Hello, you're listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. Just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. At least we don't claim to be. We just really like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
That's right.
So guess what?
Chicken butt.
Really?
I'm sorry, it's old and classic.
It is a classic. I have a follow-up on the Mountain Don't conundrum.
What was that one?
Liquid Death made a
that's
flavor
right.
that I really like, and I can't find it anywhere. Well, that's because they were, I think, in the process of rebranding it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because now they have Mount Death.
Mount Death.
Yeah, it's just MT dot, so Mount Death. It tastes exactly the same as Mountain Don't. So,
I mean, I remember after we did talk about that, I did try it.
Yeah.
It didn't it tastes like Mountain Dew to me.
Well, no, it doesn't taste like Mountain Dew, but
It
it's
reminded me of something, a unique taste, but
better than some of the other ones.
it was not like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's just their closest approximation of it. It's their lemon lime soda.
It's
more of a Sprite.
It's weird because, I think in the episode we talked about, their Dr. Pepper actually tastes like Dr. Pepper, and their root beer tastes like root beer.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's weird to see this Mountain Dew, not Mountain Dew, not tasting like Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
To me, at least.
Well, every other, Mountain Dew mimic I've tried out there just tastes like chemicals.
I mean,
It tastes like a cleaning solution.
a lot of sodas taste like chemicals.
Yeah. It tastes like something I should not be consuming.
You shouldn't be consuming soda in general.
That's why I drink Liquid Death. But anyway, I just had a follow-up on that. It exists in a different name now.
Okay. I mean, I guess that is it for banter.
Yeah,
nice
that's all I
public
had.
service announcement.
Public service announcement. It's no longer Mountain Don't. It is now Mount Death. And it's still tasty.
Oh, you know what's also like a small update? I guess this is the update banter.
Oh.
Your D&D campaign is
yeah.
now going to be 2024 rule set version.
Yep. Because I
And-
finally got the books and stuff.
And now I have to learn 2024 version because I never actually bothered learning the major changes or anything like that. So
It's
yay.
nothing truly horribly drastic. I need to reread some things. But yeah.
Well, you're talking to me about the backgrounds and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I had to look up it has 3 abilities for my background. What does that mean? And I had to look it up and it's there's 3 of them. You could either put 1 point in each 3 or 2 in one and 1 in a different one,
Oh.
according to the internet. And so I'm okay, I had no idea about that.
Okay.
And so,
Well, this is why we're going to have a session 0.
yes. And so I'm okay, I have to learn some of these new things.
Yes.
And it's going to be a thing, which is funny because now I'm learning by trial for Pathfinder first edition or second edition, whatever Pathfinder Kingmaker is doing. I
Yeah.
don't know which edition that is, but I'm slowly learning Pathfinder from that video game, and now I'm going to be learning the newer version of 5th edition.
Yay. Why didn't they
And-
just call it 6th edition?
I mean, I think it's very similar. People have been calling it 5.5
Yeah.
because I feel like that's a better
basically is, yeah.
description of it. Just like how 3.5 was its own thing and people love 3.5.
Mm.
The difference between 3/3.5 and 4 is so drastic. That's why it's a completely different edition. And 4 to 5 is a completely different version.
I remember playing it 4. It didn't feel that different.
From what I've heard, again, I've never played it. The gameplay style is quite different from what I've heard. I know for a fact
That was
3.5 and 5 is very different.
It was a long time ago.
And you don't have the best memory.
No. Also, it was my first ever experience with D&D, so it was a lot of
Overwhelming stuff.
just sitting there like a deer in the headlights, people telling me what to do, and I did it.
Well, you know what? Down in the comments, explain kindly. I will say kindly explain
Thank you.
the major differences between 4th and 5th edition. Because I've never played 4th and Tiffany doesn't fully remember it.
And if anyone wants to help explain, again, kindly, the difference between 5th edition and the 2024 5th edition,
I'm gonna start calling it 5.5. I think that's a better way of calling it that.
Less syllables.
Yes.
Yeah, if anyone wants to help explain that to both of us, let us know.
I'm gonna probably get a good grasp of it by the time this comes out. And
by the next episode,
people explain it to me.
We'll probably know, but you never know. There could be some tidbits in there that are helpful.
Well, now that I know, because this decision was made yesterday as of this recording.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, now I know it's going to be 5.5. I'm going to start looking up YouTube videos of like what's different and all that stuff.
Right.
Oh, also, I may in fact, if you haven't seen the video where we made my character,
right.
I'm still going to keep like my background. I just have to readjust like the
just
stats and the spells and all that stuff.
Yeah, just a couple of things that aren't really changing from that episode.
No, the core story of my character is staying the same.
Yeah, the meat of the character's still there.
I made a point in my mind. I'm like, okay, I need to learn and look up and learn the entire like brewing process to make sake. So I'm actually knowledgeable about like the process to make sake.
Oh, do it.
Just so I can reference things like that.
Yeah.
And be very critical about anyone's like sake in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm making someone who's very a traditionalist and doesn't like change in his life, and that's one of the reasons why he's like so desperate to get his rice spirit back, is because that was his like working partner for his entire life. He doesn't like change. He doesn't like when things change, and that's one of his flaws.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
what does his new spirit think about that?
Well, it's a dual, I think it was a dual spirit, but it's like you need rice and water. Those are two major ingredients to make sake. So it's like those three have worked together.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's like he never actually made a pact with the water spirit or the rice spirit. Mm-hmm. It was just them working together.
Right.
And then rice spirit disappeared for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And then in order to have the power to help search for him, that's when the pact was made. And then I became a warlock. Yeah. I think that may be a better cohesion.
It also explains why you're only level 3. We're starting at level 3.
Spirits are strong.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my thought. And I'm like, I'm pulling what was his name from Adventure Zone? There was that one brother that like always loved to just do a full research and like fully learn something. Like when I watch Graduation or listen to Graduation.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. They're all pretty good at that.
He played the Fearbulk in the Graduation, and he's like, I want to take a counting class. And then supposedly he actually like learned a bunch of counting things just so he could reference it in that counting class.
Graduation was the one I listened to the least.
Okay, well that was the first one I listened to, and it was a really funny bit. And then you told me like he does that a lot, whereas like he would look up a specific do a bunch of research on a specific topic because of his character.
Do you know like age-wise which brother?
It wasn't Griffin, because Griffin was in charge of 3.
Okay, yeah, he's the youngest one. Was it the middle one or the older one?
I don't remember.
Darn.
But anyways, like
either Justin or Travis, one of those. They all research and get really into character. Even their dad does too.
And I thought it'd be just really fun. It's like, okay, I need to learn and know about the sake brewing process.
Do it.
And so I was thinking about just watching some videos and researching on how to make sake, and that's his entire spiel.
All your ads are going to be about sake now.
Sure. I don't even like sake. I've tried sake. I'm not a big fan. I like soju, which is a byproduct of sake.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's made in Korea. It's a Korean thing. It's usually a side thing during the process. They use whatever that byproduct is to make soju.
Fascinating. That's cool.
It's like it's similar to vodka. It tastes like the original like base thing. Tastes like vodka-ish. It's the flavored stuff that's a lot better. That might be in my bottle when we play. Because come on, if somewhat fits, at least it's like if I'm a sake brewer, at least I have something that's like from the sake process to
just
drink.
Don't sit close to me.
I don't think it is that strong of a smell.
To you.
Anyways. Well, you're going to be at the head table anyways.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing today?
We are going to roll from our lovely chart of Rolling at 20 quests.
That's right. Thank you, Rolling at 20, for allowing us still to use some of your posts as inspiration.
Yeah. I've liked all of them I've read so far.
You read ahead of time?
And then forget everything.
Oh, that's handy. What do I roll?
Oh, 20.
Oh,
A
that's
D20.
right. For him, it's a 20. That's right. I got a 10.
10. We have not done that one yet. Yay. We got side quest number 41. The player characters find a lighthouse in the middle of the woods. It appears to be fully functional, but completely out of place. There's even some traces of sand on the ground around it. As they near it, they can hear a faint cry and someone calling for help inside.
You know, this reminds me of a thing I did.
Oh.
You've played the Strahd campaign.
Yeah, Curse of Strahd.
Yeah. I once took the Death House, which
Yeah.
is that very beginning one, and I basically, for a friend of mine, he was going through the woods, and I basically put the Death House in the middle of the woods on a misty, like foggy morning.
Nice.
And basically I made a boogeyman of that forest, where it's like a Victorian kind of guy, Slenderman looking guy that hunts like children down. You know, it's like that standard boogeyman in the forest thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I changed some of the things in the house to be very much that boogeyman, like hunter with a crossbow kind of thing. And I made him go through the Death House.
Nice.
And this gives me the same vibes, except for it's a lighthouse instead.
Yep, it's just a lighthouse plunked in the middle of nowhere, a little bit of sand on the ground, like it was just uprooted.
Okay, I assume we're not gonna do that because I
Well,
already
probably
did it.
not that.
But okay, it's like you want to make a monster that's living in the middle of the woods, creepy kind of thing.
And
Or-
what, it stole the lighthouse?
That's the thing. I don't know, because I also had that house like moved because it was a part of the spirit of that
Right.
monster, the boogeyman.
The way this is described, it was literally just scooped up and dropped here.
Yeah.
Or teleported.
I don't know, because that like that could imply like have you seen those shows or video games where it's just like merging, colliding worlds, and then it kind of has those glitches where it's like things are out of place at random spots, and it looks like it's very much meshed together.
Yeah.
Like it's also giving that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I think it would be interesting if maybe this was some sort of creature that was big enough to scoop up the lighthouse with a little bit of ground as well and just dropped it here in the middle of the forest. And maybe the lighthouse is actually like leaning a little bit, leaning Tower Pisa style. And like it's just been dropped here in the middle of the forest. And-
I had some thought.
What's up?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I just had a thought of what happens if you imagine landscape of this entire area.
Yeah.
Like it's like a valley kind of forest. But
Okay.
it's like it's kind of got bow shape, but like
Like a bowl.
sort of. And this lighthouse might be on one of the higher elevation spots, but
Okay.
it's like so overgrown with trees and all that stuff, it makes it hard.
Mhm.
What happens if this is like this valley or anything used to be, to quote our local region, like Puget Sound kind of thing,
Mhm.
and this is a old abandoned lighthouse because it was needed at the time, but it's all the water's gone, and the crying inside is a ghost spirit that's still trapped within this world.
Okay.
And
And-
the sand and all that stuff, a lot of this is like ghost energy about why there's still sand, and it's like
Well, there might-
isolated in time.
There might even just still be sand because there used to be a lake here. And so there's just still sand around. I like your idea. So maybe this is like an old either crater or caldera from like a volcano or something, and like an entire wall of it has collapsed, be it natural erosion or a really big fight that happened in
And
the
that's
area.
why there's no more water, and then it turned into a giant forest.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because it was all extremely fertile land from being underwater all that time. It has
But
a lot
usually,
of like detritus and stuff.
but
that,
usually a lighthouse implies that it's an oceanic thing, which
Not-
salt water
necessarily.
is it? Okay.
If it's a big enough lake,
No, okay.
I mean, like think
have
about
to-
the Great
is-
Lakes.
I was about to say, is there
Those probably
is
have lighthouses.
there a lighthouse on the Great Lakes? Yes.
They're big enough to the point if you are on one side, you can't see across it.
There's subcategories. Okay, so there's lighthouses of Lake Erie, and there's, I want to say, like 20 lighthouses of just at Lake Erie.
Okay, so lighthouses on lakes are a thing.
Okay, fair enough. I
get you.
legit thought it was only like a like
So,
ocean kind of thing.
Lighthouses are really there for when there's fog
Yes.
and you can't see the land. The lighthouse is there on the piece of land jutting out the furthest to show the ships, hey, there's land here.
No crashy.
No crashy.
Yeah.
Or land is this way, so you don't get lost. So, yeah, it can totally have, and maybe the fog and stuff still happens. Maybe it becomes just like a really creepy foggy forest.
If you want to do that whole ghost thing, it's still like...
I do like the ghost things. It also says they hear a faint cry and someone calling for help.
Okay, so I also think about, because there are some lighthouses, like it's still lighthouses jobs today, where it's like you're in isolation for months, but it pays really well. And it's like a super dangerous location in lighthouses. I've seen some of those videos.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, I could do that job.
I could see you doing that.
Yeah, it'll be like, if I had access to the internet the entire time, it'll be the best job ever for me. But
no one to come knocking on your door.
You're referencing before we record this podcast. I know you are. I had to say no to the solicitor when Tiff arrived here.
I walked in the door as the solicitor was giving his spiel.
After my third, like, somewhat nicer no.
Yeah.
And then I just had to flat out, no, I gotta go. I have company now.
Yeah.
God, solicitors. And I have a no soliciting sign on my house.
You should have pointed it out.
I wish I could be rude to people, but I'm like that millennial, like, I can't be mean to customer service people.
Okay, just continue this rant a little bit. Back when I lived with my old roommate, one of her favorite things to do whenever someone knocked on the door or something was just shout randomly, "No soliciting." And it was one day someone knocked on the door and I answered it and she shouted that in the background and the guy at the door was like, "Well, then you should have had a sign," and stormed away. And I'm like, I guess he was a solicitor. We got a sign after that.
Going back to on track.
Yeah, sorry.
What was I thinking? Oh, right. Yeah. What happens if, like, it's someone who's, isolated and all that stuff, and then they died, and then they turn into a wraith?
Okay.
And then it's that mindset of, like, my shift is up, help me, there's no one to relieve me in my duty kind of thing. And that's why they're crying for help inside, because they just want to be relieved to do, like...
But they can't let the lighthouse go dark.
No, they have that sense of duty, but it's
right.
like no one has come to relieve them of duty.
Right.
And so then that attachment or whatever, that turned them into a wraith and all that stuff. So you either kill them or you help them pass along.
By, like, what? Being like, I am here to relieve you from duty. Thank you.
Yeah, but that actually requires understanding of the backstory.
Right.
Because I think if they first go there, I think the ghost would be like, oh, are you with... We could maybe come up with the name of the guild that's in charge of, like, manning these lighthouses kind of thing. And if they ever say no, then he's going to attack them then.
Yeah, because they're not supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's like, you're not supposed to be here. You're trespassers. And then it becomes hostile.
Ghetto!
And then they'll probably kill them. And then it's like problem solved. Or they could, like, lie to him.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go out. But if basically he could convince him that they're going to relieve him of duty and his time is up, then he could actually be let go of this mortal coil and then, transfer to the next plane.
Yeah. Yeah, it can be the Guild of the Light Watchers. The Watchers of Light or something like that.
Lightbringers.
The Lightbringers. I was thinking,
because it used to be like a cone and it's like an actual candle like light, like with oil and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's how they used to be back in the day. It was fire.
So and it was like highly reflective of that firelight and all that stuff. So we could do it that style because that still fits Or if we do this on in D&D world,
yeah, it could be a magical light.
It could be a magical crystal that illuminates.
Oh yeah, crystals work. I was also thinking maybe like when the party sees the lighthouse from afar, the light coming from it could be described as a ghostly light, maybe with like a pale green or blue coloring, or purple.
What happens if like the light changes based off of the mood of the ghost?
Oh, interesting. And when he gets mad, it turns red.
Yeah, like.
And then if
they run away or anything like that, then they're going to very much see the light change.
What's really fun is if you have smart bulbs in your house, you can, when he changes his mood, change your smart bulbs.
That requires money, and we're all broke.
I already have smart bulbs because I like to have various colors.
Okay, well, put this in your campaign. I'll promise I will act surprised.
Okay. I'm not joking. I might.
Okay.
I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, once we actually start those campaigns, those will be our banter for a while.
I'm excited.
So, is it just that? And then it's... Okay, what happens if they either kill or they help him,
get him to pass on.
Give him pass on. What kind of reward? Like, I imagine you could probably find, like, clues of the Lightbringers Guild within, like, documents and all that stuff and know about it. Maybe what happens if they go and talk to the guild?
Yeah, if they bring the documents to the guild, maybe
they'll be like, oh, that's weird. That lighthouse has been inactive for like hundreds of years because it's no longer...
That contract was decommissioned years ago.
Well, it takes a long time for no water and forest to grow up. So it has to be hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years. Yeah, that's what I meant.
And you could have like one of the receptionists be an elf that's like, oh yeah, I remember when that was a thing because
and be like, we sent a courier to relieve him of duty.
Yeah.
Courier died.
Just like in Baldur's Gate 3 in Act 1. That's where you meet Scratch.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what happens if like either before or after just like they come across the remains of a skeleton of that courier?
Ooh, yeah. Maybe like they'll see the lighthouse from far away, and if they go towards it, they'll come across the courier.
Actually, this might be a good hint for beforehand, where it's just like they come across a skeleton with like a satchel bag, but it's like it's been a long time, obviously. Yeah. So it's like fully decayed body and all that stuff, half buried, maybe like roots growing through it. But then like you don't see any letters or anything, but either like a hat or the jacket or like the satchel itself has the sigil of the guild.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat of a hint to them, and they'll be like, it'll be laying down pointing towards where a lighthouse would be.
Or maybe they do find the letter saying you're relieved from duty, and that's a way to like help the ghost pass on. Be like, we brought you a letter.
That one's a little bit hard for me, like logically, because we said it was hundreds of years. And
the paper would decay too much.
I wouldn't think that the paper, like, if it was like a leather satchel, like that has maybe a better chance of lasting.
And if it was written on leather itself,
do you think they would do that?
They used to before they had paper.
During the age of lighthouses, if lighthouse technology was a thing, you would think that paper would be
fair.
Not to like rain on your parade.
No. It's like when was the printing press invented, or like paper invented?
Oh, paper, I think it was in China, like 1000 BC, more.
And then when were lighthouses invented?
Way before the printing press, because
printing press. Yeah, I know. That's why I stopped at that. I'm like, wait, no.
People were
paper
able to write
existed before
things.
The printing press.
Oh my god, that's gonna remind me. We might be done, but
I think we're done.
Did you know the reason why in America we spell some things differently from Britain? Like, for example, color, they spell with COLOUR instead we do COLOR.
Yep.
Is because when they started doing the printing press, they charged by the letter. So then they took words that are like, we don't need that letter. It still was fine.
We don't need that letter.
To make it cheaper.
It still says the same word without it.
And so then when that happened, people started just recognizing it that, and then that's how we eventually became our version of English.
Yep. Like color and flavor.
Yeah.
Armor.
And yeah, we like to take the U's out of things.
They're kind of useless. They aren't doing anything to add to the word.
There's a lot of words in the English language that it doesn't add much to the word.
Yeah.
You have silent E's.
We have a lot of random silent letters that I would love to get rid of.
But yeah, little history tidbit.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I saw the spelling color with the U, and I was in elementary school, and that really screwed me up for a while because I thought I was wrong.
Oh.
And then I found out that no, I was right. And then that was when I learned that actually I didn't realize that there was two different ways of spelling depending on the region until probably middle school.
Gotcha.
And I'm like, oh, Britain or a different country. I think it was Canada also does the Britain way.
Yeah.
I'm like, Canada does that way. Okay. And so that's so technically both right.
That's like me trying to figure out lychee fruit. For the longest time, I thought it was lychee. That's just how they say it in England.
Yeah. It's the same thing with pecans, pecans.
Yeah.
It's
tomato, tomato.
Yeah. Anyways, if you put this quest in your campaign, let us know how the party handled the wraith that is very dedicated to the work. I don't know. Let us know what your party does. If they're nice or they just kill things. You can let us know down in the comments of this YouTube video on X at QuestBoardPod or on Blue Sky QuestBoard. Thank you, Rolling That 20, again for allowing us to do this. That is a very nice setup for a spooky one. It's kind of a shame that this was not in October.
Yeah.
So we didn't go too spooky on the horror, but
it could be spookier.
This would be a good setup for that kind of thing.
Depending on how you describe things.
Oh, I know. I think I did a decent horror campaign.
Oh, you did.
Anyways, if you have a job posting of your own, maybe something like how Rolling That 20 did.
Yeah.
Read a lot of their stuff and get inspiration. See if you could come up with your own. We encourage creativity.
Oh, yes.
You can let us know on any of those sites. We do have YouTube, like I said before, and we're on most podcasting platforms. So pick your poison and enjoy listening to our other episodes. And thank you very much. And with that, I wish you all a good night.
And happy questing.